Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Awesome. Your confidence and the things that you did in just like 3 months is just crazy. Like it's one of the crazy things that I have seen because you were not talking in English at all, right? Like it's crazy. It's crazy because of especially because you were not talking at all. So going from that person that was not talking English at all to someone jumping on calls with people every day, not every day, but every single week, and joining the group calls, talking in front of a lot of people, having calls at work, going to Amsterdam, talking to native speakers. That is like crazy progress in just 3 months. That I'm gonna be honest, I probably study or practice English in 2 years, and I never did this on any of the stuff that you did in just 3 months, And I feel like it's way better as well to speak with you for some reason. I feel like I think you adapt yourself to conversations more because before you were not talking with anyone in English, but now you talk to so many people already, and you even spoke in front of a lot of people in English. So I feel like it's way easier to speak with you. I feel like you can um, answer the questions much more faster and easily, and you can understand me as well way better.
Hmm.
And also because I got to know you better as well, is of course that was a big reason why it was easy to talk to you as well now. But I feel like especially like your confidence and your mindset has changed a lot. And I would say that the biggest change was your mindset, your confidence, your fears. And then English as well has changed a lot, like coming from the outside looking at you, because I watch a lot of your videos, especially in the first half of probably the first 2 months or the first month and a half. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see for sure, and it will definitely not be possible without your commitment and without doing the right thing. So
Yeah, that's for sure. That's the biggest improvement. My confidence and my mindset. That's true, definitely.
I feel like in just 3 months, I think you did the hard stuff, which was go from a person that was not talking at all, that was just consuming English, to someone speaking with people, jumping on calls with people, speaking in front of a lot of people, which is like an additional thing that is even crazier. Like even if you never had spoken in front of people, in front of a lot of people, it would be already crazy. But because you spoke in front of a lot of people in English, is even crazier. So I feel like you did the harder part. I think you went from an English learner to an English speaker. Like you changed your identity in a way. You were only like consuming English. You were a consumer, and you were learning English. You were a learner.
It
Now you are
I wasn't a consumer. I actually had nothing to do with English 3 months ago.
not even consuming. You were consuming.
Really, sometime, really, maybe once in 2 months, I watched a movie in English. Really, I spoke in the last 3 months more English than in my entire life, probably.
That's even crazy. And I hope you recognize how crazy that is. Because like this change is huge. It's like huge because even if I thought that you were consuming a lot, and you told me that you weren't even consuming a lot, so it's even crazier. You had nothing to do with English, and then in 3 months you were talking with a lot of people. You didn't have fear of going on calls with people anymore. You spoke in front of 15, 20 people in English, and you went to Amsterdam and you spoke with native speakers. So it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Like I
Yeah.
don't, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I never actually. Of course, I saw people that went from not speaking too much to speaking a lot, but you are like even crazier because you were not speaking at all, and you were not
Mm.
even consuming a lot, and you start speaking with a lot of people. You don't feel fear anymore. So it's like a really crazy. Yeah, one thing that I would the thing that I would describe the biggest is your identity changed. Like I said, you were not even a consumer. You were just like someone that I think you were thinking about learning English again at some point, focusing more on learning English.
Not really. I was a really lazy guy in this moment. I was searching for a passion and
Uh-huh.
I didn't really want to learn English, so it was a real big coincidence to find your YouTube video. I don't know if God sent me your video. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't watching for this, and then I said, "Yeah, this is a cool guy. Let's do it."
Yeah, but you oh, did you ever feel like you never felt like you needed to learn English then? Like you weren't even not even thinking about it before you watched my video.
No, not I would just watch some movies in English sometimes to say, ah, come on, if you watch a movie, then do it in English, maybe do for the good feeling. But I never spoke English. I never had this feeling.
Uh-huh.
Now I have to learn English because I never used it in English. I don't need it at work,
Mm-hmm.
traveling, or anything like this. So it was a real coincidence.
And would you say that you know, I, right after we started, you told me that you wanted to learn English just because you like the sound or something like that, right? You had no reason, but then
Exactly.
like we started working on why, and you found a stronger why, and then do you feel like you became more disciplined and English became more important for your life along the process?
Yeah, definitely. This question was really important for me. You
Uh-huh.
opened my mind. Yeah, I said English is, I like the sound of English. Maybe I want to live abroad anytime in an English speaking country. And you said to me, no, that's not the real reason. You have to think about this. And then I figured that out to, because I want to achieve something really hard. And
Mm-hmm.
this was so important now. This is also the reason why I will not quit in the future. Because when I did
Yeah.
this again, I think I will be really disappointed in me. I will lose the respect of myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this question in the beginning was probably the most important step in the
Yeah.
beginning.
But if you like could describe me your situation with English before we started, like would you be able to? Like if I ask you what was your situation before, or like what were you struggling with the most before? Would you be able to answer that or no?
Yeah, I can answer it. I never speak at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had nothing really to do with the language. I mean, I was in school. Of course, everyone has English subject at school, but I was a really quiet person. I never raised my hand. So in school, I never really spoke English. Sometimes on holiday, when you go with German friends there, maybe 1% of the whole time you speak with a people, say, where do you come from or something like this. So the basic stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I would say I struggled with everything. uh,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
listening was okay, so I can understand a video or movie, but yeah,
uh-huh.
speaking was the most difficult, the
But do
problem.
you feel like even you listening has improved over the last few weeks?
I don't really know. Probably yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But what like one specific question that I wanted to ask you is was there something that almost stopped you from starting? Like before you joined, was there something that almost stopped you from actually starting? And if there was something, why did you decide to join anyway? If there was something like that almost made you like that almost stopped you from starting.
Yeah, there were two reasons. The first one,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't had the reason why I had why I have to learn English, or why do I need English.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is I don't had a guide how to become fluent. I mean, you look for something on YouTube, everyone is saying just listen, 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 and you become fluent anytime. So probably these two questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And but why did you decide to join anyway?
You mean the community or the membership?
Yeah, the program.
Yeah, it was more an emotional decision from my stomach. I
Uh-huh.
just saw your videos. I said, yeah, this I like this cool guy. I believe in what you said. You exactly described what the most people have the problem. And I said, just do it. Come on. I want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a more emotional decision.
Yeah, you took you were like, I'm gonna take this risk,
Yes.
pretty much. Yeah, and compared to the things that you tried before, like even in school, uh, what has been different about this compared to how you learned English before? It can be even in school. Like what is the difference? What is the main difference, would you say?
Mm, Compared to school, yeah, the biggest difference is speaking. You
Uh-huh.
said this the first time or in all your videos. Speaking is the most important part. Um, and yeah, we never speak
Mm-hmm.
in school or in English courses.
Would you say that even like not even speaking, but output in general? Because in school you might not even write that much, right?
Yeah, in school you basically focus on reading, learning vocabulary, and yeah, I think writing is you have to do a lot of homeworks, and there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of writing exercises.
Yeah. And like in terms of confidence and talking with people, because you were always a very introverted guy, right? So how has your life changed in terms of that, like in terms of confidence? Because like we already discussed, you were not speaking English at all when you did so many things in 3 months. Has your life changed in many other ways?
Yeah, definitely. In the beginning, I developed a lot of confidence,
Mm-hmm.
especially because of the question you told me, why you want English, why do you want to learn English? And then I figured out I want to go the hard way. I want to go out of my comfort zone, and I did this. I try to do this in my whole life now. To do every day or every week something that scares me. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to do it in my entire life now, not only in English. So yeah, it changed my whole life.
Yeah, really cool. And another question, very specific as well. Would you recommend this program to someone trying to become fluent in English, and why?
Yeah, I would definitely do this
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, normally there's so much stuff in there outside on YouTube. You don't know who you should believe, and you are someone who had the same problems like we. You are not the native speakers, so you could answer every question I have perfectly. So the support from you was perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
When I had a question, when I had this bad time after 6 weeks, your support, your help was really important. And for the beginning, your all the action steps to see what I have to do to become fluent. And in the Also your feedback videos to improve my mistakes were very helpful. The first question to why do you want to learn English? So yeah, I would highly recommend to everybody who want to become fluent.
Yeah, and especially like I think accountability is very important, right? Like having someone beside you along the way is like extremely important as well. I think because most people they feel alone and they cannot do things by themselves, and having someone that went through the journey and know exactly what they're going through, I feel like is probably one of the best things for sure. You know?
Definitely. I mean, after 6 weeks, I probably would quit after the
Yeah,
bad time. And you helped me. Told me, Daniel, it's normal. I had the same problems. I quit many times, and so that was really helpful.
that's cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.